preventing fraud. In fact, they are preventing voting, and it's for a reason. They're preventing voting because they know that 21 million Americans do not have state-issued photo identification. 25% of African Americans do not have state photo identification. In Texas, where they passed the law, there are 600,000 already registered voters who do not have state-issued photo identification. In Wisconsin, where Advancement Project just filed a lawsuit under the Voting Rights Act, 78% of African American males between the ages of 18 and 24 do not have photo identification. 50% of Latinos do not have photo identification in Wisconsin. They didn't just stop there. They also went after early voting. In Florida, where 30% of voters vote by early voting, they cut out several days. They went from 14 to 8, and by the way, they cut out the last Sunday because they know that that is the day that black churches in the state of Florida have a program called Take Your Souls to the Polls.
That's good.
And that there are caravans of black churches that go to the polls. They knew what they were doing. They took away third-party voter registration, put restrictions on it. You only have 48 hours to turn in your registrations in the state of Florida. People with felony convictions, in Florida they made it harder. They concentrated on states that they knew they had to win. But it's not over. In 2012, 23 states have taken up photo identification. Proof of citizenship is also on the legislative proposals. Ballot initiatives. Now, because they can't get it through state legislators, they're trying to do ballot initiatives. In Mississippi, they got one through on state-issued photo identification. This year, we expect to see state ballot initiatives in Delaware, Minnesota, and Missouri. Then the other thing we need to know about is True the Vote. Let's get ready, people. True the Vote is a program that says it's about election integrity. But we know that the election integrity that folks on the right talk about is nothing about integrity. It is about ripping us off, stealing our vote. Let me tell you, I want to read to you a quick statement by someone who spoke at one of their conventions. True the Vote comes out of the Tea Party. It was formed by the King Street Patriots down in Texas. And in 2010, they put 1,100 poll watchers at the polling places. They have said that this year they're going to put 1 million poll watchers at the polls, and I'm going to tell you that it's not going to be in white neighborhoods. It's going to be in areas where they want to intimidate voters. In black and Latino communities, there will be people stationed there to look over people's shoulders while they're voting, to intimidate them. Because they know this isn't just about black and white, this is about power. And so they listen to people like Matthew Vaden, who said, registering poor people to vote is like handing out burglary tools to criminals. It is profoundly antisocial and un-American to empower the non-productive segments of the population to destroy the country, which is precisely why Barack Obama zealously supports registering welfare recipients to vote. This is what we're up against. True the Vote. The boogeyman is coming. And so what are we going to do? We're going to fight. We're going to continue to fight. We're going to file litigation. Advancement Project has litigation in Wisconsin, Missouri, and Texas. We're going to fight the legislative fight. And that's what I need all of you to do. You come from 47 states. We need your feet in the streets on this one. We need you to fight at every turn. We need you to understand that the collective bargaining issues of the day are tied to these voting rights issues. That this is about cutting off our participation. We need you to look at states like Pennsylvania, Ohio, Virginia, New Mexico, and Colorado, where they want to shut it down by putting in place state-issued photo identification. We need you to debunk the myths. Voter fraud is not rampant, people. Make sure people know that you don't need an ID to get on a plane. Go to TSA.gov and check that one out. It's about rhetoric. It's about convincing the public of falsehoods. We need to tell people that voter fraud does not exist. We need to register more people. We need voter education. But most of all, we need to stand up. We need to act up because we cannot be silenced. Thank you.